Okay, hello again. So this time what we're gonna do is we're gonna add maybe some like moving monsters or something to our dream level to spice it up. So yeah, let's get into it. So first, let's start off, make a new folder and call this I'll call this Creatures of Dreamland. That's just what we're doing here. Now, this is your chance to go creatively ham and grab any creature from the Dreamland store. So let's see, I'm gonna grab the I am snake. Bring that one in here because I've never used this one, and I had all these rigged, but then I took them down. So, but this is the whole point here is we're gonna make a little bit of AI for this level, and then similar to everything else, we'll stack on it as we go and build from the ground up. So I already have one built just to kind of show on the two things. There's two things that you'll need. So you'll need a blueprint class for your specific AI, and you'll need an AI controller and a nav mesh. So those two AI things, and then one extra actor component. So let's go back over to where we have Creatures of Dreamland, and we'll just create this from scratch. I am Snick AI PP. So I just like to have it like that. Pretty simple, same as before. This will depend. Like you can have a for right now I'm just gonna use a static mesh because it'll actually like capture what I'm trying to do a little bit better, I think, than a physics one or a skeletal one, which is like basically what you do if you want your player character on here. Like it's pretty simple, straightforward. Okay, so now obviously we want it to move, and so the reason why I have these little what I call seeds is sometimes it's nice to just remind yourself how does it work. And so let's go over here. Let's go to the wrong crab, and let's just see kind of what we got. So that's unimportant. Up here, this is like a health system for the AIs in order to basically to kill it on hit with a projectile, which we haven't done yet. So for right now, we're just going to basically want it to run around. And oh, there it is. So for right now, we're just going to want it to run around. And it pretty much has this stuff. So you're going to get your controller, get your active location, move in a random point, and that's pretty much it. So let's haul that over there. But you can also just like for ease, you take the wrong. Makes it even easier. Is what you can do is you can take the wrong crab. And since this is to show you basically how quick you can do this if you use components that are pre-built. So let's actually exit out this I am snake. Let's come back over here. I'm going to go window, content browser 2. Creatures of Dreamland. Let's delete this actually. Let's move the wrong crab in here. And let's copy this in here. Okay. Now let's go back. So what I did is I basically just like copied this over here because we really don't need anything from this other than just basically having it built. So now when you go with the wrong crab that already has a mesh component built onto it. Sorry, this is if you wanted to put a character on there, right? Because it's a skeletal mesh. So like, I could put Coyote here and make him the AI. So for example, I could do this. Pull them out like that. Remember, if you put a skeletal mesh, then the static mesh will probably go away. So in this case, like this is what the wrong crab looks like. But then let's just say, for the sake of this, like we want this guy, the I am snake. Well, first we still have this set up. So we can go over here and we could go, since we already just have it built in, I am Snick, and easy enough, just literally copy the blueprint. Don't worry about this one, just literally do that. This is a custom event, and all it is you just go right click custom event and just do this, okay? Now, just make sure our freaking snake is not ginormous. Just make sure it's like an average, like a regular size snake. It's not too big. Oh yeah, and then check where your movement arrow is, if you don't have one. Well, there should be one built in. Let's rotate that guy. And then if you have in this case, like I for some reason have still this, we should call this like render text. And then the actual text gets edited here, so you can go I am Snick. All right. And then it has health built in that like will work because I've already set it up to work. So there, these are like the two AI types that we could potentially have. And let's add the last component, which is a nav mesh component. Oops. I think it's actually called a nav mesh bounds volume. Great. So for the sake of this, the nav mesh is probably going to be, it is going to cover the, or sorry, it won't. My English, boo ba ba ba. Okay, so for now, let's just do it on this small little area because, like, I guess the one I'll work around this would be like, I don't know, it depends, like, if you want them to move it in a random radius or if you have them moving on specific paths, which is a whole other thing. But for now, all we're doing is making them move and filling up our world. Oh, it's funny because Coyote has the wrong crowd there. But yeah, as you can see, the I am Schneck doesn't really want to move too much, but Coyote's running around. Look at that. Like, well, there's obviously some tweaks and stuff. Like, come over here, and in this case, we can completely delete that. Could probably move this guy down like a freaking go, and then click play. Coyote is like looking pretty freaking crisp AI there. Little AI character. He's got his little freaking schnick. And yeah, so thanks for watching. That was putting some AI into the system. Oh shit, actually, just wait. Frick. It will not work with the navigation mesh unless you do this one thing. I totally forgot to show you this. You have to go into this. You have to click the self component up here. Come over to pawn. And you have to AI controller class. You have to choose the one that we made, and that will basically make it into like an AI controller. And that is like basically actually the way you have to do. Otherwise, it won't fucking work. So yeah, don't forget that step. It's very important.